Hey everybody, and welcome to another Training Thursday. Today, just like every week here in the Naturpreneur Hub, we have a little mini training for you to inspire, to motivate, to sometimes give you a how-to. But this week we are exploring 7 must-read books for any praccie who is in business. So when I was first starting out in business, this was the first and only way to find out information about how to run a business. And just like we do with our health-related books, I have a bit of a collection of books when it comes to business and mindset. And there are some must-reads for each and every one of you, depending on where you're at in your business. And we've got 2 brand newies here today that I wanted to give you the heads up on if you haven't checked them out yet. All right, hey Moira, hey Haley, hey anybody else who's joining us. If you are joining us, please type in what your favorite business or mindset book is in the comments section, and I'll get to them at the end. Cool? All right, first one. Everybody knows my first and only favorite must-read book has to be The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I don't actually have a physical one. I have it on both Kindle and I've got it on Audible. So it's one that I come back around to and round to and round to. And the first time I actually read it, I read it on a plane, and it's a nice, short, kind of easy read. And I got to make sure that I got to have that insight on a plane about the big leap, about what it takes to go to the next level and what the kind of bumpy road is to get to your next level. So my first and most favorite must read for every person who's ever going to consider being in business, or who's wanting a bigger life to what they currently have, and they know there's something inside them, something to crack through. It explains why these other things come up in the meantime and what you can do about it. The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. All right, next one is an oldie, like seriously old. Let me just make sure that I've got the date on the original here. So this one is, when was the original put forward? Think and Grow Rich. This has been around for like ever. It is, and it was so before its time. And now, given the amount of knowledge that we have and the amount of understanding that we have about energy and how it works, and us as kind of woo-woo peeps as well, he explores some really amazing stuff in here. It's not just about money and getting rich. It's about, Napoleon Hill was born in, like, I don't know, 1918 or something like that. And he was born in 1883 and died in 1970. And it has chapters in here about how to actually create shifts and changes in your wealth mindset and your money mindset through mindset practices, through meditation practices, through connecting and conversing with other people, and even through sex, bizarrely enough. But you would never ever think it, because it's a gold mine of information. So number 2 is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. All right. Remember, if you're just joining us, please pop in the section next to us what your favorite business or mindset book is, and I'll get to it at the end and we'll have a little chat about it. Number 3, anyone who has the type of business and mindset entrepreneurial spirit that I do, where you want to actually create a lifestyle business, where you want to create your life around your business rather than your business being the only thing that you're living and dying for, the 4-Hour Work Week. This one by Tim Ferriss. This is one of his original book before he got really crazy with podcasting and trying different things. He's made documentary series, films, and other stuff. But I love this. This is gold to make you think about doing things differently in business. And this is one, as a practitioner, that we're not taught. Generally, we're taught, okay, you're going to become a clinician and you're going to see people one-on-one. And then there's a cap to that, right? Or you become part of another organization or a corporate, and then you're part of a cog in a wheel rather than kind of being your own boss and looking at things and how they fit into your lifestyle. So the 4-Hour Work Week, like it says, escape the 9 to 5, live from anywhere, and join the new rich. I know we all get triggered by the word rich, but we all need money to get along, and doing it in a way that's in alignment with what we have as gifts and talents and what we want to share with the world and how we want to connect with our families and look after our health. That's the book for you. It has an amazing chapter at the back, especially if you get to a stage in your business where you've created extra leverage. So you've capped out, you've seen as many clients as you need to see, then you've created a leverageable product like an e-course or maybe a training or something else. And then there's this moment of, okay, and I've put the systems in place for everything to run while I'm away. What do I do with that time while I'm away? Because it's a really different conversation to have than trying to get your time out, is what do you do when you get all of this time out? So it's a really good one, especially if you're in that space, or if you want to jump out from the traditional kind of mold and run a lifestyle business. All right. I am a little bit biased. This is my one of my Biz Besties books, and it's a perler. So, Naturepreneur. It is epic. It is foundational. It is so important when it comes to mindset and how you want to just get the basics on how to run a business and how to think differently to be able to create freedom in your life. Now, this is Denise's newest book. So Denise Duffield-Thomas, if you haven't seen her on My Bits and Pieces before, you should definitely go and check her out. Her original book, Get Rich Lucky Bitch, I'm featured in that book, and one of my stories is in that book. She wrote that one specifically around money mindset, and it is still my gold standard for any naturepreneur, any practitioner who is having some issues with money blocks, who is thinking about, how do I get through this? How do I ask for money? And she's like a how-to genius. She has all these little actionable steps in Get Rich Lucky Bitch, and it's amazing. Chillpreneur is the next level version of it that then takes it into a business context. So first one was about money. This one is about business. So definitely go and check this out if you haven't already. All right. So we are now on number 6 and number 7, and these are the brand newies that I've got, and I'm loving reading them. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? More about money mindset. One of my favorite mentors is an extraordinary thinker, a really humble and really funny guy. His name's Carl Cease, and this book, called The Illusion of Money, actually doesn't really talk about money in it, which is really funny. And knowing him and his comedic sense, it is hilarious for him to write a book about money and not essentially mention money once. But the way he talks about how we think about money, how our minds get us motivated into a lack mentality versus an abundance mentality, where that might have come from, and some actionable little tasks at the end of every chapter to get you thinking in a different way and get you practically thinking in a different way. This is one of my faves, and I'm essentially reading this at the moment, 1 chapter a day, and sinking it in. It's that good. I love it. It comes with a bonus movie, and the movie's not that great, to be honest, but the book is epic. All right, last one. This one is from one of my first mentors, and many of you guys will know Marie Forleo from B School. She also has an amazing YouTube channel and weekly insights and weekly interviews with some really amazing people when it comes to business and mindset. And so she has her brand new book, Everything is Figureoutable. You might have seen her launch, and if you haven't, you should check her out on Instagram. She's been doing this huge, amazing launch where she's doing like full dance numbers and everything, because she's doing the things that bring her joy, that are totally in alignment with her. And so her book launch is very her, which is fascinating. This book is for anybody who is kind of just starting out in business and needs a kick up the bum when it comes to getting your gears going and going from a hobby to an actual business. So it's for newbies. I highly suggest it's for newbies. It's probably not for people who are a little bit further along with maxing out, whereas some of those others are for the maxed out kind of people. This one's for newbies, and it's awesome. It has some really cool tidbits, some really relatable stories, and again, actionable steps. I'm really keen on the actionable steps. All right. there are my 7 must-reads, including 2 brand newies for any practitioner who is in the business of practice and the practice of business. All right. So number 1 is Gay Hendricks' The Big Leap. Number 2 is I forgot number 2. There you go. Lucky you said that, Hayley. All right, number 2 is actually Turning Pro by Stephen Pressfield. So now this is a very little known book. Not very many people know this book. And oh my goodness, it's a total game changer. If you're just starting out in practice and you're like chugging along and finding yourself getting procrastinating and finding yourself, going on bright, shiny objectum and going, randomly doing things sporadically and not being consistent with things. Stephen Pressfield's book, Turning Pro, and I wish I could show you what it looks like, but this goes a bit funny. Turning Pro. So it just flashes up on the screen on iBooks. I love books. I'm generally reading probably 2 or 3 at a time, and they'll be on some form of app, some in hand and some on audio as well. So Turning Pro by Stephen Pressfield. Stephen Pressfield also wrote The Artist's Way and some other bits and pieces, and The War on Art. But his way of thinking, because he's a writer, his way of creating an analogy about turning pro as a writer is the same as us turning pro as a practitioner. It's really different to sporadically doing things or getting sidetracked because of X, Y, or Z, or procrastinating. This is it's such a cool book. Again, it's a really short, really easy read, especially if you're going to go for a little trip somewhere. It's excellent. So that's number 2, Stephen Pressfield, Turning Pro. Number 3, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Number 4, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Number 5, Chillpreneur and or Lucky Bitch by Denise Duffield Thomas. Number 6, Kyle Cease's new book, The Illusion of Money, which isn't actually a book about money, so don't freak out about it, but it's really, really cool about mindset. And number 7 is Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. And anyone who's thinking about writing a book, it's so cool to actually start to explore what books feel like and look like and what you like about them and what you don't. And this one is just so yummy. All right, cool. Let's go over here. Thanks for the heads up, Hayley. All right, Hayley said, too many books to choose. I love Winging It by Emma Isaacs. I've met Emma and I've been to many of the Business Chicks events. I'm actually going to the one this month with Marie Forleo. Her book, Winging It, is excellent. It gives you the freedom to be okay with where you're at in your business, is my perspective on that one. Gabby Bernstein is a favorite of a lot of our tribe as well. So she's written a lot on mindset and spirituality. Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Oh, it is just genius, especially for us, all of us idea and creative types of people, to be okay with the process of creativity, to be okay with the process of ideas coming and dancing with us and not kind of strangling them all. Yeah, so it's an amazing book too. I totally agree, Hayley. I love, love, love it. All right. Anybody else who has read an awesome book that is related to business or mindset, if you continue, we can continue this conversation over in the Naturapreneur Hub or here on YouTube if you're watching this on replay on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, you should definitely do that so you don't miss anything. And hopefully these 7 have been useful and will hop onto your book list. And if they have, please share them with anybody or any practitioner that you know so we can actually up-level all of the people in our profession. All right, I will catch you guys in the next vid next Thursday on Training Thursday. See ya.